So it looks like you've kind of got the Moneypenny role
Yes,
in
that's exactly
in
what I have.
Grimsby.
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit about her, Jodie?
Yes, I mean, that's in a nutshell. I'm Jodie Figures, MI6 operative. I deliver a lot of exposition. I just keep the story moving. I'm very serious and I make no jokes.
How was that? I mean, obviously you've had some very memorable comedy characters yourself.
Yeah.
What was it like being the straight woman this time around?
Do you know what? I didn't really enjoy it, and I felt really jealous every time anyone else got to do something funny. But then when I watched the movie back, I thought, oh, I performed a function in the story, and actually audiences seemed to like her. So I think it was a good challenge for me.
Yeah, how important is it for the sort of spy thriller element to be sort of done with a straight face? So that...
I think it's very important. I think it's very hard to find the comedy funny if you don't invest in the story.
And you've worked with Louis Leterrier before
Yes.
on Now You See Me.
Yeah.
Why was he the perfect director for this material?
I spoke to Louis about it when I was doing ADR on Now You See Me, and he seemed like so keen to get together with Sacha and have a meeting, and it all worked out. And I think he's perfect because he understands action and keeps the camera moving all the time, so the pressure's not on the jokes. And it was just, I think he did a great job.
And what do you particularly admire about Sacha as a fellow performer and as a writer as well?
I really admire him because he's such a perfectionist. He will do absolutely anything and stop at nothing to get the best joke possible. And it's quite inspirational to be around. Quite often on a set, there's people just dialing it in or giving, 6 out of 10. And Sacha is just always giving everything. And also, I just think he's hilariously funny. I mean, his improvs were so good. And all his characters, I mean, I think they're just brilliant. I think he's a one-off.
And he really pushes the envelope when it comes to comedy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Do you have moments where you think, oh, really, you're going to do that, when it's just sort of on the page? Or...
No, maybe I'm a sick person, but I love it all.
And he often does red carpet appearances and interviews in character. Do those characters sort of ever come home? And if they do, which is your favourite to have sort of lived with?
I love, I suppose my favourite is Ali G because it's the first character I became familiar with of his. But no, he brings them home. Sometimes we both do. You bring home an accent or, a feeling. But I think with comedy, it's different. It's not as weighted. If you're doing, I did a dramatic movie recently where I had to die. And I think that was quite sort of depressing coming home afterwards because you carry that energy around with you. But yeah, no, no, not really.
And how do you go about deciding what you're going to devote your time and energy to as a performer?
You know what? I'm in the fortunate position in the way that I don't get offered so much stuff that I have to, I don't know, the things I get offered always, if they film conveniently and for my family and they're short and it's not a big role, and then usually I just take them because, why not?
And a great supporting character is a joy to watch as well.
Yeah. Exactly.
And what can we look forward to seeing you in next as well after Grimsby?
I'm in Tom Ford's movie Nocturnal Animals with Amy Adams and Jake Gyllenhaal, and then I have another movie out called Keeping Up with the Joneses with Zach Galifianakis and John Hamm, and I also have written a kids book series called Marge in Charge, which is out in June.
You have been writing books for some time now. Is this a continuation of the same series, or is this a
no,
new
it's
series
a different
now?
series. It's very much for ages 4 to 7, and it's just something I did, for my kids, really, just to have a laugh with them.
Isla Fisher, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You Guys!